Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Luke, the Auctionman Reacts, and I'm back again for another video, of course. And tonight, something a little bit different to the usual scheduled programming, because earlier today, I put this on today, right? I think I did. One day ago, yeah, I put a poll up on the YouTube community, asking if people think it's finally time for me to watch Vikings, because I was on Netflix the night before I posted this and saw that the entire series has been added to Netflix, and that reminded me, I've flirted with the idea of doing this show in the community of the channel before, so I thought it's the perfect opportunity to actually do it. But I thought I'd do a poll anyway. I mean, if I'm being honest, I probably would have made the decision myself anyway, but I wanted to make a poll just to see how all you guys in the community felt about it. So basically, this has confirmed the decision for me. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to do the first episode of Vikings. I'm very excited. It's episode 1, Rites of Passage, and I'm really excited to watch this. The story of the Vikings fascinates me. I mean, they were the last foreign people, whatever you want to call them, to successfully invade Britain. Am I right in saying that? That is true, isn't it? It was the Romans. Did the Romans get here? I can't remember exactly, but they came here. The Vikings came here. They came here on like quests, and they used to go through like the small towns, kill anyone they found. They'd steal everything they could find, and they caused trouble here. I'm pretty certain that happened, right? And I'm hoping that that's going to be like documented here, shown in this program. Anyway, so what is it? Ragnar Lothbrok, I've heard that name before. Ragnar Lothbrok is determined to sail west to discover new lands and riches. Ah, maybe that's what this first series is based on. The British conquest. Oh god, I'm really excited now. I was already excited, but now I'm even more excited. Let's just get into this. So I don't know how this is going to work yet in terms of it going onto YouTube. So right now, everyone on Patreon, this is your show. I mean, every show is your show anyway. Every show I do, you get it first hand. You're the first ones to get it anyway. That's just how it works. But on YouTube, eventually you'll see this on YouTube, hopefully. So if you are watching this on YouTube, then please head over to the Patreon and join the Patreon to get early access to these episodes, get access to the best versions of these episodes, because these will either have to be heavily edited down or with the text on the screen and background music. And for a show like this, it won't be like My Family, where I can fade the text down to like 35% opacity and have the music really quiet. I'm guessing with this, it's going to have to be like 100% opacity and the music like 25-30% of the volume of the show. So join the Patreon so you don't have to deal with that. I mean, with this show, I don't know what tier I'm going to put it in, but an estimate, maybe like the $2 a month tier and up. But even that is ridiculously cheap. $2 a month, that's what, about £1.70, £1.80 to get access to this and so many other great shows. So consider that. You'll also get access to my Clarkson's Farm reactions, which will also be coming back. 2025 is the year that I'm going to right some wrongs, and by that I mean coming back to shows that I started and then just suddenly dropped. So Clarkson's Farm, An Idiot Abroad, Afterlife, Derek, things like that. I will be going back to them because it's not fair that I started those shows and then just stopped them because I started something else. So join the Patreon to get first-hand access to all those too. Anyway, let's go. I want to see some Viking shit. Eastern Baltic, 793 AD. Oh, look at his eyes. Oh yeah, he's a Viking, alright. The hair. Oh yeah. Oh, right through the chest. Wow. What, he threw an axe? Oh! Oh, right in the neck! God, you know, the thing about warfare back in those days, it just fascinates me how they turned basically stabbing people into such... It was like an art form, you know? Now it's... Modern warfare is guns and, you know, snipers getting the best vantage points, so they're very well hidden and they can see everything within the distance that their rifle can actually hit something successfully. Back then it was a long blade or an axe or a knife, and it was all about how well you blocked your enemy swinging their blade at you and then coming back with yours. You know, what's that film Russell Crowe's in, where he's like a pirate or something? Not a pirate. He's a captain on a ship in the Napoleonic War. Master and Commander. There's the final battle in that film showcases the art of sword fighting so well. You know, the movements and the way they fight. It is literally an art form. You know, before we moved on to guns, to rifles, sword fighting was just amazing. I mean, war is not amazing. It should not be glorified, but it is part of our history. And I'm just saying, it's something very incredible to me how it was done. But I would never want to fight in a war in an era where those were the only weapons of choice. I would definitely rather be shot than stabbed, because I mean, look what just happened to these people that these guys have just done in. Wow! Okay. It's what? 90 seconds in, and already Ragnar is an absolute badass. Just them on their own? What happened here?
How thought, brother me.
Native tongue. Knackered. Oh wait, they're the last. Oh no, vultures, crows, not vultures, crows. Right, they're the last men standing. There's a lot of men there. Wow. Okay. was that? Jesus, look at all the birds. Who is that? Odin. Odin. Oh, the soldiers are being carried to Valhalla. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, wow. I love that. I don't know. I remember Googling him, his character. Ragnar Lothbrok was a real person. Now, is it documented that he actually saw that after a battle? That he visualized or hallucinated seeing his fallen brothers being carried to Valhalla by the angels? Because if you saw that, especially back then in those days of, religion was basically science. They believed their religion as much as we believe our science these days. Talk about reaffirming your faith. Huh? Wow, that was amazing. Imagine seeing that. Wow. That would be so cool. You believe it. You believe what they told you about how a Viking that dies in battle goes to Valhalla. You believe that. Oh, the longboats. We've started! Vikings! Don't recognise any of the names of the people in the cast. Usually a good sign. I can remember the first time I watched Breaking Bad and I saw the cast list and I was like, don't know any of these people. It was the first time I'd ever seen Bryan Cranston. Well, not the first time. I'd seen him in Saving Private Ryan, but I didn't know who he was. So, yeah. Scandinavia.
Misty.
Fishing. I missed fishing. Right.
Here today.
Oh, frogs? Oh, no, fish. Okay.
Come on, let's go home.
Oh, so we are in English. Training his son. Yeah?
Watch.
Oh. Make him angry. That's what you had to do. If you were a Viking and you had a son, you had no choice. Because once you're gone, he'll take your place. And you will become a soldier. You know, there was no doctors or lawyers. You couldn't take the nice, quiet life. If you were a Viking, you would be a soldier. So if you had a son, you had to train him. If you didn't train him, then he's just going to die the first battle he goes into. So, you know. Do you know, I'd love to see if there's a scientific link between, you know, like a biological heritage type link between modern parents, modern fathers who encourage their sons to go into like competitive sports or combat sports like boxing and karate more than fathers of sons who don't have Viking blood? I'd really love to see if there's a link there, because I bet there is. I bet modern day fathers who have a son with Viking heritage are more likely to push their sons towards going to boxing training or karate or something like that. It just makes sense. That to me would just make perfect sense. Can anyone tell me if there is a study on that? I'd love to read it if so. It's quite a modern haircut.
What are you two doing?
Taking Björn to the thing tomorrow.
I had a similar haircut at that age.
Not yet. He's not old enough.
He's 12 years old.
Take him next year. Next year, soon enough.
Nearly an adult in them days.
You're a handsome boy. Funny ears, though.
Don't sleep with lots of women in Kattegat.
I can do without it for a few days.
Is that another way of saying you love me? Huh?
She's got a
I
scar on
always
her
dream
arm.
of you. Last night, I dreamt you were feeding me blood pudding.
What's blood pudding?
What does that mean?
That means you're giving me your heart.
Oh.
Get your dog, boy.
Brody, come on, boy.
So his name's Bjorn. Bjorn Lothbrok. I think I remember reading that name as well. I can't remember exactly. I read a little bit about Ragnar, and I definitely saw Bjorn. I can't remember if I'm remembering correctly, but did Bjorn go on to become like a king or a leader, or like a major Viking leader? I can't remember. I mean, no doubt,
What will happen at the thing?
I'll see.
The Earl will deal with some criminal offenses. And then we'll discuss the summer rates.
And where will you go?
The Earl decides. He owns the ships.
Right.
He'll send us to the east. As always, to the Baltic lands. But I want to know what's to the west. What cities and gods are over there. See, I'm not satisfied with this. Odin gave his eye to acquire knowledge. But I would give far more.
And will Earl Haraldson let you?
Good. Like this. Nice and tight. And on 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, Gita.
What's she mean?
Gita,
With that?
feed the goats. Go on. What do you want?
We know you're all alone here. All the men are gone.
Oh no, they're not gonna hurt her.
If you're thirsty, I will give you a drink. If you're hungry, I will feed you. Otherwise, you must go.
We will eat and drink after we've satisfied our other needs.
Oh no. We're going straight to that this early on in the show. Oh, look at the pair of them.
I don't want to kill you, woman.
You couldn't kill me if you tried for 100 years.
Oh, yes! on, lass! Yeah, out! You won't try that again, will you pair of fucking pigs? I mean, it kind of makes sense. The wife of a guy like Ragnar Lothbrok, she's gonna be able to take care of herself, isn't she?
Ida.
Oh, bless her.
I went to confess my love to her. But I was set upon by a bear and an enormous hound who guarded her home. I killed the bear with my spear. And I managed to strangle the hound with my bare hands. And that is how I gained her hand in marriage.
Wow.
Did she tell you the same story?
Just about.
Are you ready to receive your arm ring and become a man?
Yes,
And what does a man do?
he fights.
And?
He looks after his family.
That's right. Could you look after our family?
What do you mean? You look after us.
Say I wasn't there. I have a big decision to make. It may change many things. Now go to sleep. You have a big day tomorrow.
All the places to go camping. Not bad, eh? I remember earlier in the summer last year, we got the Northern Lights very weak. You know, they were just bright enough that you could see that there was something in the night sky that wasn't just a normal night sky. It was like a faint reddish pink colour that you knew it was the Northern Lights. But still, every possible place on the country roads around here where you're able to park a car and see most of the town from high ground was full on that night. We went out in the car. We went to about 3 different spots and parked to look at them. And judging by the amount of posts I saw on Facebook, every town that got them and city that got them was doing the same thing. And this was at like 11 o'clock at night. And I'm pretty sure it was a weekday too. Because we just don't get the Northern Lights here. But that, imagine going camping like, oh, that. See, there's a lot of things about these times that were bad, you know. Very poor medicine and health standards. Whatever you want to call it, but things like that. Being able to camp in a... I mean, I know they're going on a long journey to this thing that they're going to, but yeah. Okay, just something about this little village. Now, I don't play Skyrim. I've never played it in my life. I don't understand it. I don't understand why it's so popular. But I have seen videos of it. And the design of this little village that they're in now reminds me of a village town that I've seen on Skyrim. So is that game's village design inspired by this era of architecture, the Viking era? Also, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is now free on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I'm pretty sure me watching this is going to make me want to download it now. I've already downloaded, is it Medieval Dynasties, where you can start your own medieval dynasty village community. I haven't played it yet, but yeah, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be downloading that, and I could stream it as a partner to this. Hey, what about that? That's an idea. React to Vikings and stream Assassin's Creed Valhalla on Twitch. Now that's an idea. I've never played Assassin's Creed. Never been my thing. But a game where I get to be a Viking, I'll have a crack at that. Look at his dog. Is that a wolfhound?
Young. So here you are, brother.
Oh,
Rollo. Freya, no regards how you've grown.
Hello, Rollo.
I think
Are you
you've
here for
grown.
the thing? You're a real man now. Come. Let's get a drink. Looking a little pale, Björn.
Judging by his face, I'm
You ready
guessing
for a
that
woman?
was alcoholic.
There's some good-looking women in Kattegat.
No, he's not ready for a woman. He's 12 years old. I know he's a Viking, but fucking hell. He's 12 years old. He's a fucking baby.
Can't even grow a beard, can you, boy?
Can't even grow a beard. Oh my god, he's pissed. Hey, I'm not here to judge. They're Vikings.
Why don't you go lie down?
He's going to be killing grown men with his bare hands in 4 years' time, so having a couple of beers when you're 12, I guess it's not exactly the worst thing in the world.
So where do you think the Earl's going to send us this year?
Cool lay down. Wow, he is pissed.
Bastards to the east are as poor as we are.
I know. That's why we should sail west. I've heard such tales roll. Great towns and cities and treasures, hoards of gold and silver and a new god.
I've heard those stories too. What does it mean? Can't sail across an open
England.
ocean.
I believe there's a way to go west. I have something that will change everything.
Ah, right. So the reason why he hasn't just done it is because it's dangerous. I mean, well, the North Sea, it is widely known by sailors even today as the one of, if not the most dangerous ocean to sail in. As I've said before on the channel, I can remember when I sailed from Hull to Rotterdam, and I was on a P&O ferry, and it was a very choppy night, and I could feel that big fucking boat literally going like that over the waves, and I could feel it tilting, and oh, it was weird. It made me feel sick. I wasn't sick, but I felt sick. You could literally feel the boat tilting from left to right, and then going up the wave, and then down. Oh god, and that was a big, massive P&O ferry. Back in these days, they're going to be sailing across that in a boat made big enough for 10 people, 20 people. So, yeah, that's the sort of thing they'd have to consider.
I believe there's a way to go west. I have something that will change everything.
What? What is that?
Now just listen. A while back I met someone. A wanderer. He told me it was possible to go west over the open sea using this.
A sundial?
It's a sunboard.
Oh,
It
sunboard.
needs to sit in water.
Another wanderer.
This time it's different.
Now tell me, Ragnar, this wanderer of yours, did he ever sail west himself?
Just get some water. Now, this candle is the sun. Every day, the sun rises up into the sky until noon. See how the shadow shortens? At noon, it is at its shortest.
That only tells me how far south I have traveled.
Didn't I just tell you to listen? The day before sailing, you mark a circle around the pointer where the shadow is at its shortest at noon. The next day at sea, you place a boat back into the water around noon and watch the shadow. If the shadow only touches a circle,
Your course remains true.
yes. And if it passes outside the circle like this,
Then you have drifted. And you must steer further south.
yes. And what if it never reaches the circle?
You've
Then
gone
you are too far south and must steer more to the north.
That's it.
Wow.
Keep
So,
the new-
I love that they're doing this, showing how they navigated the seas. I love. Is that real then? A sunboard? Was that a real device that they had back then? This thing, it doesn't just tell you if you've gone too far in a certain direction. It tells you if you haven't gone far enough in a certain direction. That's really cool. Wow, that's really good.
No shadow on the circle, and your course will be true. West.
Then you are too far south and must steer more to the north.
That's it. Keep the noon shadow on the circle, and your course will be true. West.
West.
What if there is no sun? How can the board help you then? How could you find your way?
Using this. Follow me outside. They call it a sunstone.
Sunstone.
You see?
Finds the sun even if it's
There's the sun.
cloudy.
Now we go west.
Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. Cabaret act before the event. Hey, oh. It's the big cheese. He's just walked in and looks like he's already pissed off to be there.
Olaf Envlind, you have pleaded guilty to the charge of stealing. Tomorrow you will run a gauntlet of stones and turf as punishment.
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Let it be known a fine is to be paid by anyone who fails to throw something.
You got fined if you didn't
Bring
throw
in the
a
next
stone at
accused.
him.
There he is!
Murderer.
Eric Tryggvason, you are accused of the murder of Sigvald Strutt this January. How do you plead?
It wasn't murder, Lord. I killed him in self-defense.
Liar!
If it wasn't murder, why did you not declare your crime to the first person you met afterwards, as the law obliges? In fact, you passed by several houses before you reported it.
I thought the relatives of the dead man might be living in them.
The law allows you to
pathetic
pass
excuse.
2 houses in such circumstances, but never a third.
You murdered my brother in cold blood.
It's not true.
I love how in that little bit there, they've just taught me so much about Viking law.
We are...
If you kill someone in self-defense, you're not allowed to pass more than 2 houses in case the relatives of the man you have killed in self-defense live in those houses, because you have to tell, if you kill someone in self-defense, you have to tell the next person you see. But in case the next person you can tell lives in those houses, you're allowed to pass 2 houses but never a third.
Argued about some disputed land. He pulled out a knife.
You wanted that land for yourself.
A land dispute,
You're a liar.
that's why he killed him.
And a coward.
That's why they got into
Who
it.
says I'm a coward? I'm not a coward!
Silence! As the normal procedures were not followed, this killing cannot be atoned for by compensating the victim's family. Murder is a dishonorable deed amongst our people, carried out in secret, unacknowledged, and likely to give rise to a series of revenge killings that would involve your own family.
Lord, you knew about that land. You knew I had a claim to
Enough!
it.
I ask you to look to the accused. If you think that he is guilty, raise your arms.
Well, that's that then.
The decision must be unanimous.
Bjorn?
Erik Tryggvason, you have been found guilty of murder. How do you wish to die?
How do you
By
wish...
beheading, Lord.
Beheading?
Your wish is granted. You should be executed tomorrow.
After...
What are the other options? I'm guessing beheading is the quickest, most painful way to be executed. What are the other options? Someone shouted burn him as he was walking into the room. So is one of the options to be burned at the stake or something like that?
To which we shall feast.
Fucking sound keeps cutting out.
By beheading, Lord.
Your wish is granted. You should be executed tomorrow.
After which we shall feast
Cool.
and talk about the summer raids.
That's Viking, isn't it? You're gonna cut this guy's head off and then eat. Oh, is this running the gauntlet of stones? No, vegetables.
You have to.
You have to. Or you'll get fined. That was such a 12-year-old thing. Oh, he's gone to ground. Do you know what? I actually like this. Oh! Don't do it. Don't steal from your neighbours or rob your local shop. Right, is this the big one now? Oh, yeah.
Why is he smiling, Father?
He wants to die well, without fear, to atone for his sins.
Wow, he's going to witness this. That's quite a thing to see for a 12-year-old.
We must watch,
Yeah.
for his sake.
It's the only hope of reaching Valhalla.
Feed him to your pigs.
and I curse him. May he never enter Valhalla. May he never feast with the gods.
What?
Why did he do that?
He should not have done.
Someone told me he wanted that land for himself. He knew Tryggvason had the best claim to it, but refused to sell it.
You hear that, boy? This is how things are done around here.
Right.
Olaf,
So
son of
the
Eagolf.
so the Earl is
Bjorn,
dirty.
son of Ragnar. May you accept this gift of salt and earth to remind yourself that you belong to both the land and the sea.
Did they have to eat that?
These arm rings bind you in loyalty to me, your lord, your chieftain.
Oh, God.
Any oath that you swear on these rings must be honored and kept. Do you understand and swear to this?
Yes, Lord.
And do you freely give your fealty to me, your lord, your chieftain?
Yes, Lord.
Good. You may put on the arm rings.
So,
Come here.
is that it? Are they Vikings now?
Let us feast.
My lord! We all want to feast, but we also want to know where we'll be raiding this summer.
Can't it wait, Ragnar?
No. Tell us. We want to know. We have a right to know.
Very well. We will raid east again, to the Eastlands and into Russia.
Ragnar
Every
doesn't
year.
want that, does he?
We go to the same places. But there is an alternative. If you choose.
Oh, yes, yes. Choice, yes. I've heard of these rumors, these stories, that if we travel west, that we will somehow reach a land that is rich and plentiful. But I tell you that I will not risk my ships or my reputation on such a deluded fantasy. They're my ships. I pay for them, and they go where I tell them to go. Now that's the end of the matter. Let's feast.
So this guy is the Earl because he owns the ships and decides where they go to raid in the summer. He's basically the Navy commander as well. So yeah, the decision is his. At the end of the day, he pays for them as well. I mean, the Navy commander today here in the UK, he doesn't pay for the ships. Government pays for them. He just decides where they go and what they do. But then he pays for the ships as well as commands them and their crew. I know he doesn't like it, and he said they're raiding people that are poorer than them. I understand why he's so annoyed like that, but
It's a fine ring.
Ragnar Lothbrok. Earl Haraldson wants to speak with you in private.
Stay with your uncle.
you get through to him. Is he gonna hear him out?
Ragnar Lothbrok. Sit down. You hungry?
Yes, Lord.
You want to feast in my hall? You want to sail in my ships? Anything else you want from me?
Lord.
You keep talking about the West. What do you know of it? Why are you so certain that it's a land of great riches?
I can't be sure. But I believe it.
I don't care what you believe. You insulted me out there.
Oh.
And not for the first time. But believe me, it will be the last.
Who told you you could go?
I find it hard to believe that he's the right-hand man of the big bad Earl. Looks like the sort of bloke who'd be scared of his own shadow.
You are a farmer. You should be content with your lot. Farms are few and in great demand. And there are many people here who would like to possess your land.
Okay, that's basically a direct
Do you
threat.
understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, yeah.
I understand.
That is a
And
threat.
don't ever stick your nose in my face again.
I know this guy's the Earl, so Ragnar has no choice but to take that. He's basically saying, keep your ass in line.
I don't trust him. Watch him.
Where are we going now? I'm so tired.
To talk to the gods. It's what we do.
Why don't you come in? I'm waiting.
What the hell's happened to his face?
Sit.
What do you want?
I want to know what the gods have in store.
For you or for the boy?
I'm more interested in myself.
The gods desire you to have a great future. I see that. But they can withdraw their goodwill at any time.
To have this great future, must I challenge the law?
You must convince the gods to alter the runes so they work in your favor. But the laws of men are far below the workings and shapings of the gods.
So I should take the laws of men into my own hands. Answer me.
You already have your answer.
No, I don't.
Well, then go and ask the gods yourself. What are you afraid of?
Wait outside.
All right.
You haven't helped me at all, Ancient One.
Perhaps you asked the wrong questions.
Where are they? Where are my sons? You said you'd found them!
Oh, I thought that was happening now. I thought Ragnar had... Oh, okay. Oof. Okay, starting to understand this character a bit more. So someone beheaded his sons and buried them in a shallow grave. Why? And again, because Ragnar was a real Viking, and Bjorn is this Earl. Was he real and that happened too? How much of this is based on actual Viking history?
We have someone special to visit.
Such a beautiful place.
His name is Floki.
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 Like Loki, the god?
I was just thinking.
Yes. Only different.
How is he different?
He's not a god.
Yeah.
Why didn't he come to the thing?
Bit of a difference.
Because he's shy. Floki.
Jesus.
This is my son, Bjorn.
Hello. How are you?
Well, thank you, sir.
Let me see. You have your father's eyes. Unfortunately.
Why, unfortunately?
Yeah.
It means he will be like you.
Oh.
And therefore he will want to do better than you.
True.
And you will hate him for it.
How can you tell that by just looking at my face?
Oh, it's the same with trees. I can tell which trees will make the best planks just by looking at them. I can look inside the tree.
Floki is a boat builder, among other things.
Among other things. He's also a nutcase. I'm getting that already.
This is one. Inside this tree are two almost perfect planks. They will bend, then curve, like a woman's body from the thighs to the back. When I split this tree, I will find them.
You can see that?
You think I'm joking? I joke about many things, son of Ragnar, but never about shipbuilding. Do you imagine ships are just dead things?
So, what about our boat?
It will be lighter and carry a bigger sail. The construction is different. It's built with a strong central plank. The two strakes above it are nailed directly onto the knees of the frame. But the ones below, look, cleated and lashed onto the frames, not nailed, so they can move in relation to each other. This means the boat won't butt against the waves like a goat, but move over them like a ripple.
The hull is deeper. How will my men set their oars?
I will cut them into the shear strings. And the ports can be closed when the boat is at sea.
That kind of reminds me how something to do. What's the thing with cars? Is it the axle or the suspension? Where some cars have a live axle. That's what that kind of reminds me of.
And you think it could handle long sea voyages?
That's why I'm building it.
Oh no, not the suspension. Audi created a special suspension with a gel inside with iron filings inside it that were able to react in a millisecond to any changes in elevation on the road in relation to the wheels going over it, so that the suspension could immediately react so that the car would remain perfectly level going over bumps in the road. That's what that reminds me of.
But will it be strong enough?
And the ports can be closed when the boat is at sea.
And you think it
put
could
it on the
handle
Audi
long sea
R8
voyages?
first, and then the Range
That's
Rover
why I'm
Evoque
building it.
had a similar system. Although the one on the Range Rover was actually better.
But will it be strong enough?
We won't know that until we try.
It could react faster on the Range Rover Evoque. But, of course, it's a Range
When will
Rover.
it be ready?
It's supposed to be comfortable.
As to that,
What?
we're out of money. You have to pay for the sail and then the anchor. You know what those blacksmiths are like. Greedy bastards.
For the anchor. It's all I have left from last summer's Rites.
Don't worry. We'll soon be as rich as dwarves.
A dwarves rich. Last I saw, they had to work for a living. Mostly in chocolate factories. And wear fake tan.
Did anything happen while we were away?
No.
Did you miss me?
Oh,
I ached with love longing.
is she gonna tell
My
him?
belly was empty of laughter.
Is that what you want?
Or is she gonna keep it to herself?
You want me to make you laugh?
I don't want to laugh now.
Oh no. I want to
I
mourn.
want to ride you like a bull,
I said she wanted to mourn.
like a wild bull.
Hello, young Björn.
Hello, Rolo.
Where are your parents?
They're having sex.
Well, guess we'll have to wait. So, Ida, is your mother teaching you how to use a shield?
Yes, I know how to use a shield.
Your mother was a famous shield maiden.
Was?
Is a famous shield maiden. Fought in the same shield
Careful.
war
Don't mess with her.
against the Eastlanders. You fought like a Valkyrie.
Come on, children, to bed. Let's leave the men.
But I'm a man. I have a ring.
Let him stay a while.
To bed. Say good night.
He's got his ring.
Good night, my children.
All of a sudden he's grown up.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey.
Good night.
Tell me your news. What about the boat?
It's nearly ready.
Do you trust Floki? Isn't he a great joker?
He's a great boat builder. I trust him to do that.
I won't go under your command. I won't go unless we're all equal.
We are brothers. You and I will always be equal.
Which is the elder brother?
Then we must find a crew. Not many men will go against the wishes of Haraldson. Many will be afraid.
Yeah.
Some may even go to him and betray us.
Also true.
I must go, Piss.
I don't think he's considering those important details strongly enough.
Yesterday I was with a girl from the town.
Thank you.
Good-looking girl, too. When she shouted out in pleasure, didn't see her face. Saw yours.
Whoa.
Agatha.
Don't talk like that.
Why not? I think about you all the time.
That's your brother's wife.
Don't insult me, Shield Maiden.
No, I would never insult you. You're too great a warrior. But perhaps not so great a man.
No. Again, Odin. Why does he keep seeing Odin? I don't
saw something.
understand
What did you see?
the meaning behind that.
A sign. It made me certain we're doing the right thing. Good night, brother.
Yeah, take her with you. Don't leave her with him. This... Wow, look at the design on that. Just how basic that is. That is literally just a boat, you know, the kind of boat you can rent something similar. If you go to like a big park that has like a lake in the middle of it, you can the boats that are shaped like swans that you can rent are similar to that. You know, I mean, that's bigger, obviously, that's meant to carry more people, but at the end of the day, it's pretty much just the same thing. Just an open boat. One deck, one level, with a few planks that you can sit on that doesn't even have them. But that's gonna be used to sail across the North Sea. You know, just another example of how these guys were fucking crazy. Fearless.
It's no need to say. I see it in your eyes. Beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's only beautiful if it works.
Jesus, look at this place. Just breathtaking.
Set the sail. Look! The sail.
She'll sink.
No, she bloody won't.
You could have pretended to build such a boat. It's beyond my humble capabilities.
I'll set the sail.
I'm sorry, Ragnar. I've wasted all your money. It was all a joke.
Shut up, man.
He believes in it. He doesn't. He built it, and he doesn't believe in it. Ragnar paid for it. He does.
How it runs on its cool keel. Oh, it's beautiful. Why didn't you believe me? I told you I could do it.
He did. You were the one telling him that it wouldn't work, and he was like, no, she bloody won't sink. He's crazy, this Floki. Oh, that's the guy the Earl told him to... Oh, no. So now he knows that he's got his own boat. Shit. And that's what it's going to end on. That's the revelation it's going to end on, isn't it? Oh, dear. That's not good. Credits. Okay, that's the end of the first episode. Oh, well. So, I guess I have to give a verdict on what I thought of the first episode. It was... There were so many things that I was hoping for. The fact that they showed these detailed little things, you know, the sun... called a sun disk thing that tells them their position at sea. The sunstone. Yeah. All these little details that they showed. I love that. The when they got to the thing, as Ragnar called it, how the way the guy who'd killed someone was sentenced also had a secondary a double purpose, because it told me, the audience, a little bit about Viking law. At the same time, it told me that if you kill a man in self-defense, you have to tell the next person you see, the next living, breathing person you see, obviously. But in case the man you kill, you're near his house or where he lives, you're allowed to pass 2 houses so that the next person you have to tell isn't a member of his family, but you're not allowed to pass the 3rd house. So I really liked that. I liked how they did that. Also, one of the main things I enjoyed was how much time they spent on the sort of 5-6 characters, instead of showing us all this, a full village of people, and having, 10-20 characters that we're probably never going to have them being focused on for more than 5 seconds ever again in the rest of the series. Say a line in this episode. They focused on Ragnar, Rollo, Björn, Hagatha, his wife, the Earl, and Floki. I really liked how they did that, because that just made it obvious. These are your main characters. These are the people that you're going to be spending most of your time with. I also really like the characters. So it's obvious to me that Ragnar is a keen explorer who's tired of how he's being ordered to do things by his Earl. He's sick of being told to raid in the east, where the people are poor, it's predictable. He's a clearly a soldier at heart. That opening scene was incredible. I mean, when he ran that sword through that guy's chest, just wow, what an introduction to a character that is. He's a Viking, a real Viking. He he wants more. He wants to raid against someone who's actually going to give him a challenge. And he's heard from a wanderer that in the West there are riches. And of course, we know that there is because, he's talking about us. What's to the west of Scandinavia? England, Britain, and Iceland, which they also eventually ended up at, didn't they? Iceland became the Vikings. Remember, was it Euro 2014? Oh no, the World Cup was in 2014, so it had been Euro 2012, or was it Euro 2016? When Iceland beat us in the group stage. I can just remember the Iceland fans, they had this thing where they went boom, 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 and it got faster. Boom, 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 boom. One of the best things I've ever watched in a football match was just thousands of Iceland fans doing that. It's incredible. And I remember a lot of the word Viking was mentioned a lot during that tournament. So I know that there's a very strong connection between Icelandics, and the Vikings. But yeah, the first episode, I'm very excited about this. I was already excited to start it, but Ragnar, he wants to go west. He's sick of the Earl's orders. He has ignored his orders. He basically threatened his family, saying, "You're a farmer, you should be happy with your lot. There's a lot of people around here who would love to have your land that your family home and your farm is on." He was basically threatening his family. But despite that, he still paid Floki to build him a boat strong enough to sail west. He's going to do this. Well, in his head, he's going to do this. The Earl's little lackey was up there on the horse watching him, Floki and Rollo in the boat. But I really like the characters, even Björn was a great character. Floki, I already love Floki. I can tell this guy's just going to be an absolute nut job. But he's going to be one of those really good, like, crazy characters. He's going to be an eccentric. I mean, the way he introduced himself with that mask, the way he was acting. But he can build a good boat. I mean, the design of that boat, the way it went up at the bow, it was gorgeous. I'm so excited about this. I can tell I'm going to enjoy this. I loved the scene between when they were travelling to the Thing, as it was called. Again, that's what it was called. That's not me being dumb. It was called the Thing. Where it was just the middle of the night. They were just in the mountains or wherever they were, with the fire, just laid back, telling stories. Father and son, a father telling his son how he married his mother. That was such a beautiful scene under the northern lights. Just something about that scene showed the relationship between them, and how after the battle in the beginning, he was training his son how to fight with a shield and a wooden sword. That was important back then. You know? You couldn't just let your kids sit and play on his Xbox. I mean, obviously, they didn't have Xboxes. I can hear you saying it through the screen. But there was no room for lazy, gentle parenting back in those days. Either you trained your son to be a man, or he would be the first to die in the first major fight or battle he ended up in. Simple as that. Yeah. Really enjoyed that. I'm so looking forward to getting into this series, progressing with it. I think it's going to be fantastic. I've heard so many good things about this. And I can't wait for the next episode. So, there we go. I guess that means Vikings has now officially begun. And I hope you're all going to enjoy it. So, leave a comment on this video and tell me what you think of this first episode. I mean, obviously, the people who are going to watch this reaction are the people who've seen this show either in full or who are significantly ahead of the first episode. So, yeah, if you have seen most of or all of this, just let me know what your impressions of it were. Don't give anything away. Just tell me how. Compare it to other shows. Like, put in your comment, I'd say that this is better than this show or that show. Something, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And let me know if you're excited to see me react to this. If you want, go ahead. I know I'm excited, though. I can't wait for this. I think it's going to be fantastic. World's oldest person dies, aged 116. Oh, isn't that a shock? Oh, God bless her. 160, wow, so... So she was born in 1908. Jesus. So she was 4 when the Titanic sank. Wow. That is amazing, isn't it? Oh, wait, what's her name? Ayogo? Oh no, that's where she... What's her name? Tomoko Ituka. Oh, she was Japanese. Right, okay. Oh, bless her. Oh, love bananas and a yogurt-flavoured Japanese drink called Calpis. Calpis? He was recognised as the oldest person. Yeah, I remember seeing this on Facebook. After that person died, she became the oldest. Oh, well, there you go. Fair play to her. She was married at 20, had 2 daughters and 2 sons. The oldest person is now a 116-year-old Brazilian nun, Aina Canabaro Lucas, who was born 16 days after Miss Ituka. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, sorry, getting off topic there. It just popped up, I saw it and I had to click on it. Thanks everybody for watching. When you're seeing this on YouTube, as I said in the beginning, join the Patreon to get early access to these episodes and to get access to the best versions, because the copyright cloaking that I do on this show, it's going to have to be heavy, because it's a heavily copyrighted show. Anything that's on Netflix will be anyway. Or if I edit it instead, it'll be heavily edited. So, yeah, you're going to have to put up with a strong element of that. So just join the Patreon to get access to the clean versions. It's worth it. I mean, join the Patreon anyway. You know, the amount of content on my Patreon, so much better. It's more active than the YouTube channel now as well. You know, I've actually switched it around. Patreon is now more active than YouTube, as it should be. So, come and join us over there. Even if you join the $1 a month tier, you're going to get a decent amount of content. You're going to get more content in my $1 a month tier than you would in most people's $3, $4 a month tiers. Also, Mikey Bailey, friend of the channel, he started a Patreon, and he's got a $1 tier and a $4 tier, so consider going to join his Patreon and support him as well. But make sure you go over to his YouTube channel and subscribe. I'm managing his YouTube channel and career. We're going to do it together, and I'm going to guide him through this whole reacting thing. And so far, he's doing a pretty good job. He's doing still game and bottom so far. Hilarious. So satisfying watching him react to bottom. He's loving it. And still game, he's loving still game. He's talking to it like a duck to water. So go and watch his still game reactions, especially if you're Scottish. Anyway, that's enough promotion. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your weekend. Much love to everybody who watches, follows, and supports me. And you will see me again soon. Until then, take care and good night. Bye.